see me?
Yeah.
Behind this guy? Neil, tonight
That guy. Yeah.
we got Rob. He brought
We got Rob or Rob's deck?
we got Rob's decks too.
Is Rob's deck? Hang on. Is Rob's deck gonna say more than Rob?
Probably.
There's definitely a story behind the decks. We'll see if we can get that out of Rob tonight.
Well, that's why I brought these two.
They're gonna talk for you?
Yeah, exactly.
No.
Well, that's what we're talking about.
Rob, how many times have you been on the show?
Too many.
I know you've done shows.
No, he's open.
Last time I was on, it was I
With
bailed
Wingman.
him out.
What?
Oh.
Remember?
What happened?
And then the whole show, he gave me shit. So.
And you
Here's
came
what it
back.
is.
No, it wasn't me. Wee Man gave you shit.
No, that was after We Man.
Was
Remember?
it?
Because somebody canceled, and then you asked me if I'd come on. I'm like, okay, sure. So I'm such a nice
This is
guy.
probably like his eighth time.
That's good.
Remember we had the opera singer? You were here with the opera singer?
Oh yeah, that
with,
was cool.
With
When you were at the radio station.
yeah,
With Chrissy.
with Christy. She
Yeah.
sang,
Yeah.
And how are we looking on Facebook Live right now?
Looking good.
We're on Santa Cruz Waves.
Yeah.
Welcome everybody to another great Off the Lip radio show. Neil,
Show number-
filming? Then jump in.
Hey,
Well, I want to see you bust Rob's balls.
oh, stop moving that shit
I
around.
got you perfect right here.
We just don't get along, man. They just don't argue the whole show.
By the way, people are really stoked to see Rob Roskopp here at
Why?
the board.
Why would they be so that stoked?
I don't know. Can we swear?
You can swear. Yeah.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
You can say whatever.
You can tell Neil to fuck off. It's okay. Yeah, no problem.
All right, so
Yes.
he texted me like 2 weeks ago. Can I come on the show? This was a spirit date. We were back in town. Slipped him in. Okay, let him come on. What are we talking about?
We're talking about soccer.
Fuck yeah.
That's
Neil,
why.
And I don't think people on the show know your background with soccer.
Oh, I have a background.
I know you do. So can we? Because this really is a segue to the show. You played soccer as a young
I was
lad.
signed by Dave Sexton when I was 15 years old, and he was manager at Chelsea, and I went and trained there on my 16th birthday, was my first day there. I got paid £15 a week, which is like £20 a week. All the laundry, clean all the boots, clean everything. Then you could play soccer. But the way you earned more money was you got a bus to the stadium. Back then, they still play in the same stadium called Stamford Bridge in London. And you used to have, each player got a broom and just a sweeper, right? So you used to go to the expensive seats because there you'd find money on the ground.
Get out of here.
Cheap seats, there was no dough.
Just peanuts.
Because the first class lounge,
Yeah.
there was money.
So you actually, after the game, you would sweep and look for money under the
Yeah, so
seats?
Saturday, so the games were always Saturday back then.
Uh-huh.
And now they have them every day. And then Sunday, Monday, you used to go clean the stadium. And then Tuesday through Friday, you train.
I thought you were bigger in soccer than that.
Then I stayed there till I made my way up the ranks till I was 19 and a half,
Okay.
20.
So no super yachts or
No super
sports
yacht.
cars?
No, what was his name? Roman Abramovich? No.
Okay.
Well,
And-
back in
It's
the day, you had to work your way up. Like I was telling you a little earlier, I used to clean the bathroom here when NHS was here back in the day.
Is it clean now?
Yeah, it's not too bad.
Okay, hey, there we go. Well, because you have experience back there, so I just want to see if we're up to the level.
Well, shit.
I
Yeah.
think you should autograph that bathroom before you leave.
You will have to autograph that bathroom. It's interesting.
You just behave yourself.
I'm best behavior.
Was that your first job out here when you moved out here?
No, it's my second. First one was I lived in Willow Glen, and I got a job at Round Table Pizza, flipping pizzas.
Okay, and
No, that was back in Ohio.
Round Table, plus you ate, so you did bring home the extra pizzas at
It was
night?
great. And then my second job, like 2 months later, was working at NHS.
What was your favorite pizza?
Combo.
Combo's
Yeah.
good call right there. Good call. You can't go
God,
wrong
we agree
can't
on
go wrong with
something.
a combo, huh?
Fucking A, we agree on something.
Yeah, we.
And so when you got your job with NHS, you worked here at this location.
Yeah.
And then you've been associated with Richard Novak pretty much ever since.
It's been a long journey.
He's probably watching. He's probably watching.
Hey, Rich, just for you. No, we love
Oh,
Rich.
hangers at the door. Oh,
time for a rebuttal.
Hey, wait.
That's Rich.
Sherry, text me if Rich is watching and he's cussing.
Or if he's on his way over here, then you might want to leave exit.
Yeah.
Well, you guys got along obviously because you became business partners and a super successful business and together. So.
We used to wrestle too in here.
Did you with Rich?
When he was younger, yeah.
Well, you know he always
He
said
was
that
42 when I met him.
he always compliments how you were on a mountain bike when you first started riding bikes, and that you pushed him to.
Yeah, I got him to riding. Yeah, got him to race.
Right, he says that.
Yeah, he actually did pretty good.
Did he?
Yeah.
Huh. Well, that's good to know.
He's a good athlete.
We still, I mean, he's probably not watching, so I'll say this. At over 80 years old, we went to dinner a while back, and after dinner, I squeezed his arm. I was like, "Hey, see you later, bro." I was like, "Damn,
He works out.
That's a tomahawk under there. You're 80 years old, bro. Like, what the hell?" Yeah, so that was pretty funny. I'm like, I gotta go to the gym. Okay, Neil. So I thought you were maybe semi-professional at soccer.
No, you're professional. As soon as you get a paycheck, you're professional. It doesn't matter if it's
Even if it's
$1
$20,
or $1 million.
Okay, gotcha.
As soon as you sign, and I signed the dotted line. With that, I gave Dave Sexton lived in Brighton where I used to live, and he saw me play in the park, and he signed me, which is crazy. But
Were you ever in a bar and used being a professional soccer player as a pickup
a
line?
lot of times.
Yeah.
To this day. To this day, I'm still.
You're still.
Hey,
Let me tell you about my soccer days, babe.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Okay.
That comes right out.
Okay, gotcha. And
if it ain't broke, don't fix it.
so today we're gonna discuss
My biggest highlight, soccer-wise, was a highlight. I know I'll never forget it. The game runs in my head. My dad took me to the 1966. You guys weren't even born. World Cup
I
final.
was 3 years old. Fuck off.
You were 3 years
Why
old.
would you say your age?
I don't care.
1966 World Cup final
Yeah.
when England beat West Germany 4-2. And can you tell me, that was the first hat trick ever in a World Cup final. Who scored the hat trick?
I can't tell you that.
Nisha?
Mr. Jeff Hurst. Now, Sir Jeff Hurst.
Hold it. Of the first
No.
shifters
No.
on race cars?
That
guy's famous.
Yeah.
My biggest highlight was that game. That was cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You were 6.
I was 9.
You were-
50, I was born in
Oh,
57.
right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, look, a bunch
Anyway,
of
so
people
we're talking
are
about-
tuning in. We're talking some soccer tonight.
We're talking soccer tonight because this trio is bringing soccer or growing soccer exponentially in this town, and we want to find out. I guess you want to talk about it, right?
I think
We'll
so.
talk about it.
That's
yeah.
why we wanted
We could talk about it.
Yeah.
I mean, we signed some NDAs, but I mean, we can talk about. We can get around those NDAs.
Hang on there. Have you signed our NDA yet?
Nope. I can see
See, where's our NDAs?
We may have to print some. We'll talk to our attorneys. We'll figure out how to do that.
Maybe you should
Can you get an
introduce
NDA?
Maybe you should introduce Nisha and.
Oh,
But Nisha's been on here before.
Yeah, I know.
this is my friend. This is my friend Nisha. Otherwise, his nickname is Hot Water.
What exactly? Hold on.
Hot Water.
And why is it hot water?
That's a long story.
Don't even tell the story. Remember the house I had in Seacliff?
Not in the
I had
cliff?
a reggae band come on the show, and Rob, I think he heard the music or whatever, or I
No,
remember.
you told me that they were.
Yeah, I
playing.
told you to come down. So he
Yeah.
comes down on this little scooter with him on the back. Right, it's got 400 pounds on this little fucking scooter. That thing was like, right, and then the band had already played, but I had a bottle of tequila there,
Uh-oh.
big bottle, and we started drinking it, right, and then the band started playing again, and we
We drank more.
drank more,
Yeah.
and we proceeded to get absolutely schmammered. But the funny part is to see these two idiots
On the scooter?
drunk, leaning on the scooter, trying to make it up the steep hill.
Oh, you're
This driveway was like that.
was really steep.
And these guys are like, they're all drunk.
Never.
I wish I would have filmed that. That
Luckily,
would
it
have
was
been
all on a
classic.
block, you guys, right? And
Exactly.
private roads.
So anyway,
yeah.
so we drank. He called it hot water. Give me some more of the hot water. Give me some more of the hot water. So now he is Mr. Hot Water.
And I wish I had some tequila right now.
No, we
I'll
don't.
offer you a shot.
Just this time.
Here's the captain of the ship right here.
No.
Okay.
Right?
Exactly.
Captain of the ship.
Yeah, the big boss, the
Is
El
she-
Presidente.
Is she always right, Rob?
Sometimes.
Yes.
Okay, so you've been labeled El Jefe.
She is what she is the HMFIC.
I know that acronym.
The head motherfucker in charge.
That's it.
Okay.
And so I'm sure there's more than the three of you that are behind this project of this bring soccer to the Monterey Bay, Santa Cruz County. Is that the plan with this?
Central
Well,
Coast.
it's the Central Coast.
Okay.
So we're really focusing on, we were actually really trying to bring it to Santa Cruz more so, but it just was challenging. It was very challenging here, and we felt that, on the Central Coast between like Watsonville, Salinas, and these areas, these kids have a hunger that is unbelievable. And being that Nisha has, that experience in the professional world, we just felt that this was an area we wanted to concentrate on. So it's more North County.
Gotcha. Is there a I'm not fully up to speed with what you guys are doing, but we're going to the next level. Is that what the goal is with this? We're going to bring a higher level of soccer to the area.
We're changing. I think what we're going to see, you're going to see probably unfold with. I can get around these NDAs a little bit, but yes. So in 25, I think you're going to see some big changes. Right now, we are working, building out an academy, state-of-the-art academy, with. It's going to be more eco-sustainable. We're going to develop the pathway for the children so no child is left behind. So we're actually putting our words to use. So all the children that don't have the economic means will be able to be part of our academy as long as they meet, they stick to the rules. Nisha is building up, tremendously bringing in talent, and we're working on a lot of like colleges. We're working with colleges so they have a pathway to college. So we will pull from Santa Cruz, but it's going to be the Central Coast.
It's kids more of the Central Coast, right? So
Yeah, it's a
Yes.
combination of all the
You got-
towns. So you got Watsonville,
Right.
Castroville, Pajaro,
Right.
Monterey, Salinas,
Right.
and sorry
Santa
if I'm
Cruz,
leaving
too.
And Santa Cruz,
But
but
that's
yeah,
just not. But there are other groups like you that are around the country, right?
there's
No,
other.
but we're
there's-
doing things different.
yeah,
Oh,
there's
you're
We're
other.
doing things completely
Okay.
There's other
different.
academies around the country,
Yeah.
obviously, but
Yeah.
we're doing things a lot.
So you got these hungry kids that want to play soccer, but then you're also dealing with the governmental issues, which almost like put the brakes on it.
Yeah, the
but you don't have
bureaucratic-
that where we're from in Europe. They encourage you to play. You're encouraged to play
Well, the
soccer.
difference in Europe to here is
Yeah.
that when you want to play youth soccer,
Yeah.
it's free.
Right.
Here you got to pay for it, and it's
Right.
expensive. So that's kind of the incentive, especially for areas in the Central Coast.
Yeah.
The financial means is hard.
So you
and
guys
there's a
have-
lot of talent here, and we want to give back to
Ton
the
of talent.
community. We want to give them the opportunity not only to possibly play what the sport they love,
Right.
but to
Like
there's.
professional.
She can talk more on it, but there's a whole
Through scholarship
sort of-
programs.
there's scholarship
big time.
programs. There's going to be some college available.
Yeah.
That won't be. It'll be free to the academy.
Oh, there's going to be partnerships with Mexico, for example, with some professional clubs. There's partnerships in Europe. Nisha can speak to that we're working, so our children will be living on the academy because we're building out dormitories, and then they'll be able to go and exchange, like go to France or go to Africa. We're looking into Africa to Mexico. So there's just going to be an expansive type of opportunity for these kids.
Is that what your nephew did, Neil?
Well, he played soccer in New Jersey.
Right.
There was a couple of schools back there. One's is run by Liverpool. He played for them. Then he got signed by Leicester City. So he goes there. He's signed for 2 years, which means they fly him over there, to Leicester, put him up. He goes to school in the morning and then trains in the afternoon. I don't know the whole schedule.
Right.
But he's been going around to Spain and blah 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 blah. But they pay for everything. They pay for everything.
That's right. And that's
And he's obviously talented. There's a lot of talented kids, not what the top 1% may make it,
Exactly.
right? But he's living his dream as 18. I mean, what
No,
else?
that's awesome.
What a
But
dream
see,
for a
that's
kid.
part of the problem, at least from what we've experienced and seen, is that the kids, only like you said, 1% make it.
Yeah.
Well, what about all the kids that don't? What do they do?
Right.
So that's where the education part
Yeah.
comes in,
Right.
because no one's doing that, and that's.
And that gives them an opportunity to have a career or for some kind of trade.
Yeah,
So
or
they can go out. They can't make it
Yeah, at
soccer.
least
There's
it's
another
schooling.
alternative because
Exactly.
it'd be
alternative.
devastating if they fail, and there's nothing there but just a hole for them to go
Exactly.
And what age are we starting at? Well, how young is this academy going to go?
Nisha.
It's like it's starting like 6, under 7, and 12, and competition team MLS next 13, 19. We are now the lot of the bronze, gold teams, the NPL, and that's now like last week we have so many kids at Watsonville and Santa Cruz, because this club is part of the Central Coast, part of the Santa Cruz, the Monterrey. We are growing something really big about pathway educational stuff and something like model Europe, no copy paste, but the program we have put like 2 years, we are success. Like
Right.
we are now
Yeah,
the
huge
second year, we are now the best. Now the playoff 32 teams in the United States.
Oh,
We are played out now in the Dallas, and
Next
for
month,
next month for Sky the Limit. I don't know.
Here's what I'm confused about: the Santa Cruz Breakers, right? The Santa Cruz Breakers. What? I
Don't get me started
No, I
on
don't
that.
understand
I
because
was going to
I
ask
don't
too. 'Cause my daughter played on a Breakers team.
But
Okay, so
who's-
I will say this, and I will be as nice as possible saying this. We have no affiliation with the Santa Cruz, what is it? The Santa Cruz Breakers Academy.
Okay.
That's like a more mom and pop, and I'm not trying to. We've hired the best coaches. We've brought in international talent. We are building up a academy where these kids are going to be schooled the same way. Everyone's going to be coaching the same way. There's going to be constant training. There's going to be a lot of international, playing with, like, for example, in August we'll go to Chivas in Mexico, and the kids will interact with the younger team at Chivas. So they're going to have that professional experience and see. And once in 25, hopefully we will realize our dreams, and that it's going to even be more. So I think that, sooner or later you're going to see some of the name. I mean, it's going to be very differentiated.
what's your group's name?
Breakers
Breakers
FC.
FC. So we broke away from Santa Cruz because the original club was founded in 1992. When we came in, the way it was being ran was not how we believed soccer should be run.
Okay.
Nisha's talent and his bandwidth on an international level brought in the talent, and he has gone through every single person to see now this is the kids are going to be coached the right way in soccer. I think everyone knows America does not know soccer like Europe.
No.
And so I think we did copy. I think he said no copy and pasting, but we did copy and paste the European model because that's where he played, in the European model.
Right. This may be a dumb question right here, but how can we use a very similar name, not just call it something TC United, something
I like it. Good
completely
thing.
different?
Well, because that's a great question. But when we took on the club
Yeah.
with the former owners or former heads,
Yeah.
we all had the same vision, or we at least thought, but it just did not work out. So we we have the trademark. We have everything is trademarked. So we're going to have to work a situation out with the Santa Cruz Breakers Academy, because we are the Santa Cruz Breakers, but we're the Breakers FC now. Yeah, so I guess that's a little bit different.
Let me ask you a question. So if you once the kids are trained, the oldest are what, 15, 16?
No, it's
No,
starting
19.
like
What are your oldest kids?
19.
19.
Yeah.
So do you encourage them to go to college, which is run by the NCAA, or do you suggest that they head to Europe and try to find a professional team?
Well, it's all dependent on how good they are, obviously,
Right.
but throw their ability away. It's more about what are they going to do afterwards. You're saying
okay.
the ones that can't make it or
Yeah.
get traded or whatever.
the new leagues now
is the
starting
educational
like
part.
MLS Next. It's the first spot for finding the best college. For
Okay.
example, we are now the last
Yeah.
showcased and the playoff. The six kids finding finding the university for 3 players university in Washington. This is proved the MLS they do a good job, but this is the first spot for you finding the college
Right.
and university. Yeah.
Okay.
Will they be
Are
allowed
you
to
get-
skateboard?
What, CC?
Will they be allowed to skateboard while they're in this academy?
No.
I don't know.
skateboarding, yeah.
Is it?
Well, if Uncle Richie wants to build a skate park, we might have a little room.
Oh, hey, no, he likes building skate parks.
I know.
Well, because
Exactly.
sometimes you don't let people get extreme sports when you're caressing their, future career.
No, skateboarding
Do you,
is
Gotta have fun.
do you think that we'll have a professional team here in the Monterey Bay region?
I think the chances of that are pretty high.
There you go. Chances are good.
Yeah, chances are good.
I think in 25 we should be on air.
Really? Mm-hmm. With the cream of the crop that you're gonna have work their way up, or
Yeah.
We'll be able
If
to
everything
see
works
something
out,
for everything,
yeah. But there's a lot of red tape to get through still, but everything's
Coastal Commission.
good.
Well,
Things-
I feel like
things
you
are
guys
going-
are you're starting a
The guy,
farm
the guy in the post
in a way, and you.
That's what you said.
Yeah, you're
Yeah,
you're farming
getting
the future of the, and then if
Yeah.
you're good at coaching, people want to come to be trained also, and
Exactly.
you could just. And is this something that you see just here? Is the goal maybe other places with one team, is
Good
No,
question.
that's a yeah. Oh, go on.
It's a good question because the image, the breakage we are starting now, of course, the Central Coast, but in the future, is big either San Diego, Washington, and other Arizona, because the pathway, the program for success, of course, needed the time. But we are now the right way, and if we are the new fields in the future, and the professional status is be like very attractive for so many kids because we have already an educational program like it's Albright College online free. It's very important. And that's these kids be able to play the soccer and sometimes
And be
online the
online.
college.
And will there be requirements for education? Is that
So right now we are working with what he said, Albright College in Pennsylvania, and we haven't we're formulating an agreement, but we're looking at a hybrid type of situation where the kids will be able to train and be online with the college, but also pre-college. That so they get up to the status that they are going to be able to go to college. So we're working in a number of things that are going to be really so all kids stay on track with high school and college. And so we're going to be working with the districts and with Albright College.
So they have to keep up the grades. They have to keep up
Yes.
the grades in order to play.
Yes, but we on our home academy, we'll be having a tutorial. So it's like a farm to table cafeteria. It will be a whole tutorial center for the kids where we'll have the teachers trained by Albright College. And it's going to be a very state-of-the-art type of learning and atmosphere for soccer.
And what do you guys get out of it? I mean, what do you just is this? I mean, it's a lot of work. It's a lot of stress. What do you hope to?
Well, I
as a
think
benefit to you
know
guys?
I've been here a long time, and it seems areas like Watsonville, a lot of the kids get kind of left behind, and
Yeah.
I think it's a good way to move the
Have
needle forward.
you always been interested in sport?
Yeah, I played a little bit when I was a kid. I played
Yeah.
a lot of different sports, but
Right.
all three of our children
Played soccer?
played club soccer. So
Highly competitive.
that's kind of probably why I know she's been around it since she was a little girl,
Right.
but the level of coaching really wasn't what it needs to be,
Right.
and that was the incentive to really. That was another incentive to do this. Yeah.
Well, it seems to me most of my daughter played soccer for the Breakers, but it's like volunteer dads. I actually coach soccer, and you'll laugh about this. They needed a coach.
Yeah.
I've never kicked a soccer ball in my life. I didn't even know the rules. My famous story, I had a player get knocked down. I called a timeout. and I was like, timeout. I ran out to a timeout. And I literally got the referee to blow the whistle and call a timeout. And the other team wanted to fight us because there's no timeouts in soccer, as I learned that day. My point being, you're talking about a year-round academy. These kids are going to have the consistent coaching of year-round. My daughter only played soccer for about 2 months a year. She was amazing at it. She went to Stanford and did, coaching clinics and stuff. But in racing, we call it seat time.
Yeah.
You become a good race car driver by sitting in the seat and steering it. I
The
imagine
10,000 hour rule.
Right, soccer will be the same way.
Yeah.
And so you're gonna find and maybe I'm wrong, but you're gonna get like a 6 or 7 year old. They're gonna stay till they're 19 with you guys. Is that the plan?
I
Hopefully?
think so, because if you look at, we're going to be creating a family. So these kids are going to be taken care of. No matter how you look at it, they're going to be trained by the best. They're going to be respected. They're going to have a pathway for them. Their families. I think it's like I said. It's going to be a very unique academy ground for these.
And they
kids.
try out for it? Is that they come in? Is it like Little League tryouts?
So what we're trying to do is like we have tryouts, but we don't want to turn away any child. So we just want, and when they come in at 5 years of age or 6 years of age, if they really show and continued interest and passion, then we'll develop that, or these guys will assess and develop. Some may fade out. Ideally, if we had the professional team would be on the grounds. You would have the dormitories, so you'd have some international students living with us. You would have, it's going to create a family.
Big project.
It's a huge project.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you're saying 2025, you should have a lot of this pyramid built by then? Is that kind of the plan?
Mm-hmm.
I sure hope so.
Back in the younger.
I know we have one hurdle.
You got a kid. What's the pathway for a kid 5 years old who wants to play soccer? For he watches TV, sees Premier League, wants to be like one of the guys at Premier League. What's his pathway from where you guys start to get to play for an English team or
It's first,
La Liga?
first love the soccer.
Yeah.
Enjoy.
And you know which kids love the soccer the most? You know, they stand out.
Mm-hmm.
But anyway, how do you get through? How do you progress through that?
It's like the first. It's existing now. Like how you manage it with little kids love the soccer and put like the work, the technique.
Yeah.
A lot of technique and progressive working and follow how the kids progress. And after like 8-9 years, starting play the little tournaments, and it's a lot of work.
Right.
And follow the how they progress. It's not like 1 hour session. Everything it's big work. We are now 10 new coaching in the Watsonville, because we are growing the coaching stuff.
Yeah.
And sometimes the kids he learn, because we are already the program it's ready. We have worked like now the 2 years. Everyone needed to follow this program.
Do you guys have scouts coming to look at? Think you'll end
Yeah,
up
of
having
course,
scouts
a
come
lot
to look
of
at the kids?
Earthquakes.
Huh?
Earthquakes.
All the earthquakes.
All the time. I'm tired. But it's okay. It's not. It's MLS. It's very good club, but it's a lot. LA Galaxy,
Yeah.
Chicago Fires, Colorado Rapids. We are now like 6-7 players into the first spot in the Major League Soccer.
Really?
And
from
Europe.
your camp.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
for camp for the guys, because now the MLS Next they put all the games all the Saturday in the modular 11 is platform, put on the video,
Yeah.
and everyone now the best the director the academy coming and starting to talk about them, and that but it's something very interesting. These kids is very happy stay here a long term.
Do you guys go to the local schools and try and recruit kids there, or that local high school kids or middle school kids?
We have tryouts and
Oh, you got. Okay.
Oh, yeah, by the way.
thankfully, like
Yeah.
people who are receptive to this have our flyers, and then children get interested. And thank you for the boardroom doing this.
Yeah, no,
and
I just saw this.
yeah, and so, but
This is the camps.
These are
But
the
we
camps.
already organized the ID clinics. Tryout, it's open for NPL teams of Watsonville and MLS next week for U13-14. And now like 1-2 weeks, we are now 70 kids. It's insane. And the San Jose, 80.
Is there a website where you got this code here? But is there a website for this?
oh yeah, we have our website.
Which is not because it's not on here. What is
it's
it?
breakersfc.com.
Breakers what?
I think it's
Breakers
breakersfc.com.
-fc.com.
Here, you know, they can scan it right off of their.
Yeah.
Okay.
Take a picture of this, folks.
Stuff, I don't know. Shit.
Yeah, there you go,
Oh,
right there.
it's
There it
past
is.
that stage.
That's and so you've been doing this for a few years.
4
Did
years.
COVID get in the way of getting this project off the ground?
Yeah,
Yeah.
the kids couldn't play for a while during COVID.
Yeah, it's-
Yeah, I played
And
with mask. Wow, I never thought. I
No, but
just,
let's talk about what's getting in the way. The monarch butterfly.
Oh,
That's where monarch butterfly and maybe the salamander.
and that's what the property you're looking at having the academy at. Is that?
That's well, we have all the work done. We're now really diving in. Yeah, the Coastal Commission has been incredibly difficult, and they want to say that.
Didn't our friend Justin Cummings just get on the board of the
He did.
Coastal Commission?
We should check in with Justin.
We should check in with
Yeah,
Justin.
I mean they come up with, like, for example, the monarch butterfly that we found out in Africa is not extinct and is a migratory species. I mean they don't make sense. Anything they're saying doesn't make sense because we can work around everything. And this is, after all, an academy for the children, for the community, and it's an economic.
So there's a eucalyptus tree or something that's in the way of you.
It's the
I
monarch
think we'll be
butterfly
able to
and
work
the
everything
salamander.
out that we need to, because really this whole project benefits the community.
Right.
And the whole school board, because the land we're looking at is the old middle school at Moss Landing. And that's been shut down, I think 20 years maybe, I can't remember.
There's nothing there.
There's remnants, the building's still
Right.
there, but it's all overgrown. But anyways, yeah, I mean, the community, the school board who owns the property that's selling it to us are totally behind the project. And everyone else that we've talked to is super excited about it because they know what the potential of this project will bring to the community.
And we also have, I mean, literally a community in Monterey that's behind us that has, and this will be not where our stadium will be. So we'll have the Breakers FC Stadium, and we're working with 2 groups right now. And I think that's to the degree that you see is behind this project. It's
And don't forget the FIFA.
and
Because the
FIFA,
concept-
yeah.
This is community, and the fields, the future fields, and Central Coast is between future 6 stadium for World Cup.
Wow.
It's Guadalajara, 3 hours the airplane, yes, and Monterrey in Mexico, Los Angeles, San Francisco, Vancouver, and it's a lot. And that is, for example, we are very attractive for future, receive the best teams here, and I'm already in a very good contact with Fernando Hierro, director of the Chivas.
For training during the World Cup.
Training during the World Cup.
Training.
Right,
And,
right.
and
So that's
friendly,
the
and
facility.
friendly game facility.
Exactly.
Okay.
Because requirement FIFA, we are now already work about that, is be for whole communities insane. And FIFA now very interesting for developing about financial aspect for Mexico, Canada, and the United States, of course. But this is all the part, the Central Coast.
Well, the stadium
very
sounds like an amazing asset for our community. You know, it's Cali Roots is tomorrow at Monterey Fairgrounds. Like, a stadium would be awesome for something like that too, in my opinion.
Well, I think you have to see on an international level what it does for our community, what it brings, the value that it brings. It brings international people, and after all, we're a community that preaches about inclusivity and not exclusivity.
Diversity.
So, and diversity. So, what more than this, especially with the Hispanic community, and we talk about diversity. So, this is beautiful for Santa Cruz.
That's an amazing thing. The timeline again. You're talking like this stadium could possibly be in that window of your 2025
Yeah.
window.
Absolutely.
Wow, that's
100%.
And you know, going back to your community aspect of it, maybe you already have, but when I started this business, I told myself I wanted to save one kid, and, you know, and that would be a successful business if I could just save one kid. And we did that. But have you done that yet? Has there? I mean, I know people have been moved up in the ranks that you've been, but is there one kid already that stands out, and can we maybe mention him?
Yeah, we are now a lot of. I don't talk to the detail about the players, but we are now the 3-4 players and big time, and we are now talking. I'm so happy. Couple days, he's very attractive for MLS, the top teams, and he called me, Denisha. I'm very happy here, and for me, honestly, I'm very glad and
Says
motivated,
everything, yeah.
support, and what the kids want, what we are do for community, for kids, and you know, and he progressed. This is group progressing each year, and he's going another club. This is age 16. It's very sensitive. You need to be very, very careful. A lot of parents make mistake because I go to Colorado Rapids. It's very good academy. Earthquakes, very good club. But what's happened this player about the Patove, very sensitive age. That is another question. And that's Fernando. What I say, Duarte and other players and our teams Andopur stay here, the guys go what you want, but you teammate us before 2 years. What's happened with this player? He's disappeared. You're right. And, you know, we are talking in the fields, all the results, it's not talking the newspaper, the social media, it's work, hard work. We are the coaching full time. We are working with community. We are very transparent with welcome. Everyone who joined us, welcome.
You know what's interesting, I must say this, is like, you know, you have two professional athletes, ex-professional athletes that say the same thing. Even though Rob was in skateboarding and he was in football, you too.
Yeah.
The one thing that Anisha is so aware of is like the hunger and who has the hunger. You know, so much of this diversity, or you know, it builds this. The community is hungry. Like there's a community out there that's super hungry and they want this. And Nisha said you have to, because he came from came from poverty to get, and you had this hunger, and he knows, he relates to the children incredibly well. So it's I think that's a huge thing in saving, what you said, you help one child, you've done something.
Has it, if you get those kids 16, 17 years old, and you see they may have a future, do you want them to go to college here, or do you want them to go to Europe? Or is it best to go to find a pro club here, like the Earthquakes or LA Rapids? What's the future for
In the future,
because we have one professional player from Santa Cruz, Lyndon Gooch. Lyndon Gooch plays for Sunderland, played for Sunderland for 10 years.
I know.
Right? He's a good player. But his dad took him, you know, there was nothing back then, there was nothing, there was no breakers. There was high school, but there was, it was average. So he took him to West Ham, signed with West Ham, then West Ham let him go. And I forget which other team picked him up. Then he ends up in Sunderland. He's had a whole career there.
The goal is this stage, play for MLS next year.
But now here you go. Now there's more. Now there's more for kids to go to. There's what you have. There's obviously college soccer, but
Sure.
I don't think college soccer. I don't think college soccer works here.
I think the top talented kids, they'll have a choice to pretty much go where they want.
Where do they want to? Where do the kids want to go? Do they want to go? I want to play for Liverpool. I want to play for Manchester City, or do they want to? I want to play because they know that there's a huge difference between European soccer. I think than there's here soccer here. Maybe not.
It's getting closer
getting
and closer,
closer,
right?
right?
And that's the whole premise of this, is to build it up so
Right.
it's on the same level
same
as
level,
Europe.
okay.
Right.
Yeah, but after this question of the choice,
Yeah.
that you go to Liverpool,
Yeah.
you'll be able play for
Yeah. Yeah.
or not. It's important for this.
Unlikely.
But it's I think in the age the best, or I don't talk about the Messi, let's say, and Cristiano Ronaldo, they play like, I play starting 16 for professional team.
Right.
But if he's 17, 18, be very top level, of course, go with the very good teams in Europe. Is like.
So if you have a good player that plays for you right now, do you get involved with the parents?
Yes.
You say the kids, this kid's pretty good, right?
Yeah.
The parents get involved, and like that you can kind of then give you can instruct them or
We've helped.
coach the parents as far as where their kids should be going.
We've helped out a number of kids already.
Yeah.
And to your point earlier, you help one kid. We put our money where our mouth is. We fund this whole project at this point, and
Right.
it's a very large project. And now we're working on a partnership to help us take us to the next level. But it's our way of giving back and building something great for the community.
Well, and I congratulate you for that, because we need more people like you to make our community better. And maybe somebody that's watching this that has the means to do something cool that will support our community. It's maybe we could snowball this and make our world a better place. But there's still room. This is coming up on June 12th, right?
Yes.
And so there's 2 camps, right? Is what's going on?
Yeah, but it's more be like fun and show you our program with new coaching. I be here, of course, present and explain how the kids first love soccer.
Well, there's a bit of a resume builder on here for you, I see. There's a 99 French soccer champion.
Yes, with Bordeaux, correct.
And so that, congratulations.
Thank
And then it also says something about the World Cup player.
Yeah, I played the World Cup 1998 with Yugoslavia. And I played against the United States. We were 1-0.
Huh. Wow. All right.
But Australia was being bombed too at that time. I'm not making excuses, but you were under bombardment of NATO.
No, it's after. It's after. But, you know, it's after. No, it's 1911. Bombardment is 2000. Yeah, don't talk about
Oh, because I thought that's right.
a war in here.
I'm sorry, I think in first one I needed to take a yellow card. Yellow card? No, red. No,
Red.
2000.
So much for always being right.
Red.
Right, no,
Thank you for questions, but it's yellow card. It's yellow.
So we have a bombing.
2000 then, when you played in the World Cup.
No, World Cup is
that a red card? Is that
1908.
That's a red card.
Yeah, that was a red card. It was 2000 then.
So Neil said that he was in the soccer camp and in the bars that helps pick up chicks. But when you're the
I did not think
champion,
that. Jesus.
is that ever?
Champions in Bordeaux and Partizan
Oh,
Belgrade.
he's known for having beautiful women.
Okay.
He's known in Europe for having beautiful
I
women.
don't speak English very well. I don't
You
understand
speak
what
the
you're
language
saying.
of love. Right?
Yeah, I don't talk about that.
And you got some
can
medals
always-
somewhere in the bar or
Yeah,
something.
like this in the downtown. Yeah,
You can always play that card. I don't speak English very well.
It's the same tactic in France a long time ago.
Rob, did you play that card on your wife?
No, I didn't have to. She approached me.
Oh, here we
He
go.
gave me his number.
Here we go.
No, I
The
was
Rob
15 when I got. He asked me to go to a party. I was
Can I-
15. He was 20.
Hang on.
15.
I was. It was
Hang
at
on.
Kennedy
Hold
School.
it, hold it,
It was at
hold
Kennedy
it.
School.
Hold it.
You were free sheriff.
Hold
Might
it.
be a statute
Well, on
of
a previous
limitations.
show,
I give up.
you guys could not agree on where you first met.
I swear to
Can
you,
we-
my
can we-
daughter's right here.
Yes.
I say this,
Can we-
and there's no reason. I was 15 years old. My friends were skateboarding.
was you doing going out
at
at
Kennedy.
15?
No, because I went to Kennedy School and they were doing a ramp, like they were, skateboarding.
Yeah.
And they were showcasing skateboarding. I think Santa Cruz was on like a. And then that day, he gave me and my friends a number, or he said he was having a party to come by his house for a party on 38th Street
Hang on.
or something.
How we doing so far? How we doing?
She was older, but whatever.
I
Are
was
we-
15.
No,
I
is this
was
right?
15.
Your daughter's sitting over here, and did you have that talk at 15? It's totally cool to date 20-year-olds?
Yeah.
My dad was like, over, I thought, God.
That's what, yeah, Rob.
Oh, Rob had the talk.
Right, right, Mari.
Okay.
Yeah.
Here we go.
She was 18.
Okay.
No, we started dating when I was 18, but you were at parties that I was at when I was 16 and 17. You guys would show up
You
at
were at
parties.
a party when I first met you.
You threw up everywhere. You threw up at the party everywhere.
I don't know.
It was like, I was 15 or 16.
Don't cry,
I
I'm
know for a
joking.
fact. I get my best friends here that were.
Yeah.
It was 15 or 16. You were
I
like.
met you like briefly for maybe a minute then.
Oh no! Oh,
And
this is.
at
you
that
wanted
party.
to go out with me, dance with me.
Okay, we might have to get 2 pillows.
You know what?
Give me a pillow fight tonight.
All right.
Yeah.
Whatever.
His friends were constantly coming up to me saying that Rob wants to go out with you, and I'm like, I don't want to go
Are
out
you
with
just
him.
doing this so you can have makeup sex?
No. 37 years later, no. But that is the truth.
Okay.
That is
So
the truth.
we never dated until she was on spring break from college down in San Diego. And there was a party my friend was throwing, and she came up to me and we started talking. After that we started dating. That's the story.
That's when we started dating, but you were trying to hit on me way before. I swear
I
to
give
God.
up.
You can't win.
I can't win.
She's 100% right.
Oh yeah, just like before.
She's
Why
a-
would I say that? Why are you trying to rewrite history right now?
Okay. By the way, let's jump back to this.
Mara, who's right? Thank you.
Dad's right?
No, Mara.
Actually, I don't know on this one. I don't believe either of them. I think they're somewhere in the middle.
We don't have to drag you in.
Neutral.
In Mara,
Hang
she
on.
played the soccer very well.
Look at her hide.
Very good.
On August 14th, Tuesday at 6 o'clock, we're having the Rob Roskopp and Lepa Roskopp marriage counseling show.
Yes,
Okay.
Awesome.
For,
We'll have to have chairs for that one.
I swear.
and we need tequila.
Yes, that will help.
There you go.
Yeah.
Well,
I can divulge a lot.
You know, a heated discussion is okay on the Off Lip Radio show. We've had others.
Yeah.
So, yeah. And we'll bring the referee to help officiate that night.
Yeah. It's not answered. It hasn't been answered yet. I think it's just there's some things missing.
Well, yeah. There is. So definitely.
There's some.
Yeah,
We'll get to the bottom of. That's going to be the Roskopp maternal show.
And by the way, Rob.
We'll have Rich mediate.
That would be funny.
Yeah.
Rich could be a referee because he remembers
Oh,
some
yeah,
of these
he
things.
did. Yeah, he did.
Yeah.
He says he remembers me always flipping my hair.
Yep.
He has a great memory, so I'm
He
sure
does.
that he will know exactly.
He does have a good memory.
He does. His memory's awesome. I do just want to talk about this one more time. There's still spots available for this camp. Is there?
Yes.
Okay, so anybody that has family or friends that's interested, is there a cost associated with the camp?
Yes, I would like I just forgot, and it's very important. Thankful the board director, the Monte Vista Christian High School, Matt Coleman, and all the board director, and they support this program, and we are working out the long term, and this is amazing facility, and we are very, very proud working with this and help this program, athletic program, the Monte Vista High School.
Cool.
And
Excellent.
And
Yeah.
really want to thank the rest of the board on the Breakers FC, Larry Bingham, Frank, Teresa.
Yes.
They've been, I mean, Larry
Larry is-
and Teresa and Frank
Are,
since
amazing.
'92.
Larry
They're the
Bingham,
ones that
yes.
started it, and kudos to them, and really appreciate all the help, and really everyone that's helped donate so far and help build this, build out the dream that
Sure.
we have
And so
envisioned.
if somebody's interested in reaching out and have discussed and have questions, or just go ahead and go to that website. There's a contact button on it.
Exactly.
registration direct
Yeah.
link.
Yep. And
Right.
you can look for Breakers FC on the internet. It'll take you right to all this.
Yep.
And this is for all the central coast. The Santa Cruz, Aptos, Capitola, Watsonville, Castroville, Monterey. Welcome to Breakers. family.
Cool.
Well, I think it's really cool. There's a possibility now for our kids to get the highest level of soccer
Yes,
right here in our backyard, where like Neil's nephew has traveled
Yeah.
to be in that situation.
Yeah.
So we'll see what the future champions we're gonna have, right?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Okay, and what day is the marriage therapy show?
That'll be August 15th.
August 15th?
Yeah.
Okay, that's awesome.
Good, I won't be here.
Hold it. Zoom meeting.
Yeah. Well, we're working.
Actually, we can have a Zoom from the Adriatic. We'll
Oh,
be
yeah.
on the
Well, we're
Adriatic
working.
working, and
Yeah.
we can have a Zoom from the Adriatic.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
well, again, thank you for doing this. I know you
Thanks
don't
for
have
having
to.
us.
You don't have to. You could be vacationing and having, the other things happening in your life. But to take this project on, I think is awesome for the kids that were.
And thank you,
talking
TC, for the
Yeah.
cameraman today.
Yeah.
Waving that thing around.
about. I know. I'm
It's waving that thing
I feel
around.
like I'm working on an aircraft carrier. landing airplanes.
It's the worst.
It's pretty. If I had a couple of flares on top. Okay.
We have a special show tomorrow night, TC.
Okay.
The SoCal High Jazz Band will be squeezing 20 kids in here, and they'll be rocking the place. I love those guys.
Yes.
Jim Stewart.
They're amazing.
Yeah.
If you haven't been to a SoCal High football game, for sure they have the best band
fun.
of any of the teams. in
Very
our
cool.
county. So yeah, that's and
Midtown starts Seascape Hotel
Yeah.
every Sunday from 2 to 4.
it looked like Seascape was rocking last week, huh?
Rocking,
My
right?
sister kid went there.
Rocking.
Yeah. So then that's every weekend, right?
Yeah.
Every
and
Sunday?
then Midtown starts June 2nd.
Midtown on Friday nights.
Yep.
That's awesome.
Yep.
And then we will tune in for a great show tomorrow night with the SoCal High Jazz Band.
Yep.
Thank you guys for coming on.
Thank you.
By the way, Rob, you were a #1 selling professional champion skateboarder. There it is right there, folks. Thank you for tuning in, everybody. Thank you guys for making our community better. Thanks for refereeing. Neil, we'll see you next time on the
Shoot,
Outfit
tomorrow night,
Radio
tomorrow night,
Show.
7 o'clock.
Tomorrow night, 7 o'clock. Good night.